Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and Scorpio. Welcome to your reading, guys. This will be a course correction reading that I'm doing for all zodiac signs at this point. The reason being that sometimes in life we do follow our path, right? We do want to go forward. We want to do a lot of things, but in the meantime, what happens is that we are dragged in various directions in the physical world, right? Where we don't know what is right, what is wrong. We are confused. We get swayed by other people's advices sometimes in life, which brings us to the point where we kind of is all muddled and confused about the general direction in our life that we have to follow, right? Now, if you guys have already done your part of the course correction, this reading is definitely not for you. It's going to be a timeless reading, which means whenever you're ready to check on this course correction energy, this reading will be for you guys. Okay, and this is, of course, like I said, a general reading. Not everything will resonate with everybody, but if it does, please take the advice and see what you can do about the situation here. Okay, now, Scorpio, guys, your overall course correction energy, I get two cards in here. One which is talking about body changes, and the next card is obstacle and challenges. Okay, now this is card number 5 of obstacles and challenges. So, which is also for me, guys, is a learning lesson in your life, right? That you have faced somewhere in your life or with regards to some kind of physical change in your life. Now, you have learned about something with regards to your physical part of the story, right? So, there is certain thing in your life that you have to now change, but it also could be that while the change is happening, or whatever that bodily physical change you're looking at, you might find it a little bit challenging and difficult to do that. It can be anything for anybody, right? Because with body changes, for me, guys, this card is talking about physical appearance, taking care of yourself with your food, diet. mm, if you have any addictions in life, could be drinking, could be anything, right? Any kind of addictive substance you're used to taking, or consuming alcohol, any kind of those um, stuff that you put in your body, right? Maybe you're not on a regular diet and exercise as well. For some people, you're just kind of eating whatever you can find, not really looking into your physical aspect, right? So, what they're saying is this is a course correction, Scorpio. You definitely need to take care of your body right now. Okay, so what my spirit is saying, that if you guys want to keep yourself healthy and fit in your life to move forward, this is the time you need to look after yourself, right? And whatever changes, like if you feel that you require a lot more dietary practice or physical exercise or anything that improves your condition of your physical aspect or body, please look into it, because or else it might also be difficult for you to move forward in your life, because if your body does not permit you to move forward, if you're not feeling all that great, you might step into obstructions and obstacles in your life. So what they are also telling you, guys, is that it's very, very important for you to look after yourself, Scorpio. It's very, very important for you to now look after yourself, because the bottom of the deck is heavenly signs and then financial and material changes. So there could be something in your life that you are looking to change, Maybe some of you guys are looking for new jobs, new opportunities, new career growth that brings about a change in your material and financial world, and you will get the signs for that. There will be signs that's coming to you very soon or will be coming to you, which will help you to move forward, but for which, the next card talks about motivation and sacrifices, right? Which is talking about that you will have that motivation to leave something behind to move forward, right? To leave something behind to move forward, because you will be able to see things from a different perspective as well, Scorpio. Okay, you will get that heavenly sign, the motivation towards looking at the situation of financial and material changes in a very different way as well. Maybe a new job, um, whatever that situation where you will have to um, sacrifice something in your life, right? That is important, what you're leaving behind as well to move forward. And you will get that signs, that motivation will come, that this is the time for you to leave your bad state behind and move towards what is attracting you or bringing back your understanding, right? Because see, the next card is talking about finances and wisdom. Yeah, there will be some kind of understanding and wisdom that you will learn through your difficult life challenges with regards to money. With regards to money, but at the same time, they are saying here healthcare and change and light. See, but they are telling you that it's very important. That is where the body changes is. They are telling you it's very, very important for you to look after yourself, because there could be something in your life that you're becoming more wise about with regards to money. With regards to money, which you will understand that for you to bring back your sufficient finances back in your life, guys, you will have to look after yourself. You will have to, and you will get a clear illumination about that part of the story as well, because you will see things, you will see your finances, you will look at different financial plan, financial part of the story from a place of wisdom. From a place of wisdom. So these are the course correction process that they are telling you guys, that you might have to sacrifice something in your life in order to bring back your wisdom in the right direction towards your finances and your health. And your health. Okay, it's very, very important, because 5D would be giving you signs for a change in your material and financial part, right? You will get the change, the signs for the change. But for that to happen, Scorpio, for that to happen, you will have to definitely look after yourself, your health. Because if you don't, there will be obstacles and challenges that will not help you to move forward, or it will stop you from moving forward, right? So be very careful and cognizant about this part of the story, Scorpio, where you will definitely have to look after your part of the story at this point in time. Okay, now we'll go for 5 questions with this reading, guys. And my out of the first 5 questions, the first question is the reason for your situation here with body changes and obstacles and challenges. What is the reason that my spirit is looking into for you? What is the reason they are warning you about this situation here? What is the reason for body changes, obstacles, and challenges? What is the reason? Okay. The next part of the story, guys, is my next question is the spiritual lesson that you are learning as to why you're experiencing this kind of a reason. What is the spiritual reason behind this experience in your life, or why you're experiencing. What is the spiritual lesson for Scorpio here to be learned of why you're experiencing this? A spiritual lesson to be learned, right, from this experience as to why you're experiencing this kind of situation in your life here. What is the spiritual lesson here? Okay. And the third part of the question will be, guys, is the sacrifice. What is the sacrifice you need to make for this spiritual lesson of learning and the reason behind this? Okay. What is the sacrifice here? Wow. Before I could ask, guys. Okay. The fourth question, guys, will be, what is your strength in this situation? Where are you getting your strength, or what is the source of your strength in this situation here for you, Scorpio? What is the source of your strength here? And what is the outcome here? Now, the outcome is, because this is a timeless reading, guys, the outcome will be according to your time for each individual here, okay? So take it in the way it resonates with you as a part of the outcome here. What is the outcome of the situation here, my spirit? What is the outcome? Okay. All right. I think we have our answers to the questions we are looking at. Okay, the bottom of the deck, guys, is talking about the world, which is talking about some kind of completion that is happening in your life. Okay, with regards to your lessons, to your understanding, it could be anything for anybody. But there is something, because, you know, like you're getting the signs here towards your motivation, towards some wisdom, a lot of changes. That's why they're telling you, maybe some of you guys were not physically fit to make any kind of change in your life. This is where they are telling you that you need to look after yourself, because something in your life is moving or will move, Scorpio, for which you will have to get prepared, as even as in physically, right? As in physically, because you might be required to work for that in your life, right? Because with the world card, guys, it clearly talks about some kind of fulfillment, some kind of completion. And Scorpio, you are one of the signs in the world card. So this is your card, right? This is your card where there is some kind of harmony, some kind of completion as well, and even fulfillment as well, right? So something in your life, right at the bottom of the deck, something in your life is going to bloom. It's going to bloom, right? Which will symbolize harmony between all energies in your life, right? Between air, water, earth, and fire. So that's the reason, in order to make this happen, Scorpio, in order to make this happen, you have to have a greater unity and wholeness in yourself as well, right? When with the inner and the outer world, it becomes a single entity when you are being able to mix the outer world with your inner self. Right? Where you are able to blend with all the element that life has to offer. In order to feel complete, in order to feel fulfilled towards your achievement, right? Because all the efforts that you have been putting in place will now start to pay off going forward. So, therefore, it reflects that you have completed or you are about to complete a major milestone in your life, and you have built the resilience in yourself to withstand all the challenges earlier that life had to offer. Okay? So, it indicates a completion of some kind of a long term project. It could be study, it could be job, or any major event in your life. For some, it also could mean, a birth of a new child. It also could mean marriage for some, graduation for some, right? But with the world card, guys, it shows that you have a desire to give back to the community in various ways all that you have accumulated, right? So you have a commitment to make the world a better place because you understand that everything is connected with one another, really, right? So this is where your completion will happen when, as gradually you learn to pick up your understanding and blend yourself in your life with the inner and the outer power that the world and the universe has to offer to you, Scorpio, in order to make things happen. And like I said, you are present in this card. So you are one of those signs, Scorpio. You are one of those signs who is about to complete something in their life, right? So, which is why they are telling that this is the time to look after yourself because within this period you might face some obstacles and challenges for which you have to be physically prepared, mentally prepared, and be able to take on any kind of challenge and obstruction that might be standing in your way. Scorpio. Okay. Now, with this, guys, with this card, the reason this is happening or the reason for the story here is the Empress. It's a beautiful card of being a mother, of fertility. So, some of you guys, like I said, could be even giving birth, right? You have to look after your body here, becoming a new mother in your life for some as well. That can also happen because this is a general reading. But something which is beautiful is coming back into your life. This is the reason now, guys, you will have to really take care of yourself. If you guys are pregnant, please be assured that you will have to make some kind of body changes in your life. So you could be practicing yoga, you could be going out, go for long walks, take breathing classes if you have to. But look after yourself because some of you guys are on the verge of becoming a mother, right? Now, with the Empress energy, this is the reason, guys. With the Empress energy, this energy, the reason why this is happening, because the Empress here is associated with fertility, expression, creativity, and nurturing, right? Lot of things. So, lot of things. So, a lot of you guys, a lot of you guys could be going towards your motherhood, right? So you have to look after yourself, or some of you guys could even be going towards the birth of a new idea, towards the birth of a new business, a project in your life, right? But you have to devote yourself. You have to devote yourself to the cause, Scorpio, in order to make that happen. In order to make that happen, because this is the earth element. This is the earth element, right? It stems, whatever you're going to do stems from your earth, right? So if you are getting into this energy, guys, you have to be nurturing, you have to be caring. A person who has their financial security, right, or is appreciative of beauty and comfort in their life, right? Because sometimes the Empress can point to love and work coming together, either with a co-worker or with a new business venture. It can be anything for anybody, but there is some kind of a growth that they are telling you is going to happen very, very soon in your life, Scorpio, for which you will have to look after yourself. Very, very important for you, Scorpio. Okay? Please talk to me about the Empress energy here. But whatever that reason is, it's a beautiful reason. It's a beautiful reason to work for this, Scorpio, because something is growing, victory in some endeavor. Yeah, you're about to get some kind of victory in your life. That is what you're heading for, Scorpio. And that is why they're saying for that victory to happen, you have to be very, very, you might have to overcome some challenges, right? In order for you to come and reach here. But your reason is on this. This is your reason. You have to look after yourself and not stop or overcome the obstacles and challenges in your life at this point in time. That's why they are telling you be very, very careful. Be very careful with your body, with whatever you're doing, because you will have to make some changes and there will be victory. There will be victory in the endeavor, whether it's a business, whether it's a project, whether it's a new fertility, whether it's becoming a new mother, whether it's a new home, whether it's a new job, anything that you're looking for, Scorpio, will bring back victory in your life, 100%. But at the same time, you will have to be very, very cognizant of yourself, right? Now, the spiritual learning, why you're experiencing this kind of an energy is the Six of Cups. Is the Six of Cups. That again talks about childhood memories, right? For some people, happy childhood memories. Some of you could be healing from some kind of trauma in your childhood to bring back that victory in your life. Getting familiar with some kind of a situation, a new situation that is coming up. Like I said, some of you guys could be even becoming pregnant. So becoming familiar with that kind of a situation, right? To be generally happy, to be generally generous about your understanding, about your spiritual understanding, right? For some, it can mean that you want to return back to the happier times, bringing back the childhood memories, or even as a young adult. That's why you're experiencing this, right? Because that memory could have vanished from your life. So you may feel that remembering the times is the only way to feel happy. So some of you could be spiritually learning about yourself, that in order to make you happy, you have to bring back some good memories in your life, right? Looking back at a happy situation in your life as a child or even as a young adult, for some it could mean that it could mean that you guys are returning back to a place, a familiar place. That could be your hometown, to an old friend's house, a school, or any kind of place that has a lot of memory in your life, right? Because some of you guys could be seeking to reconnect with people from your past. That's your spiritual experience. You're learning to understand that in yourself, right? Some of you guys could be seeking the comfort and warmth of people who unconditionally love you. Could be your grandparents, could be your friends, could be your people from your past childhood years, right? Because somewhere, guys, that spiritual lesson is telling me that the earlier card of the Five of Cups is where you have learned a lot of lesson about your emotion. You have been going through a lot of disappointment in your life, right? from where you're coming out, and you have learned that about the disappointment. You have learned to familiarize yourself with some pain and grief in your life, right? And you are now making the journey back home, right? That's your spiritual understanding, your spiritual lesson, where you're looking at the past to understand, to find the answer to the crisis or challenge that you're facing now or you have faced in your situation. That's your spiritual growth, right? So you may be seeking the comfort and the warmth of people who unconditionally love you, gathering strength to face some crises and trials that stand in front of you, right? So that's your spiritual part of your experience. Please talk to me about the Six of Cups. So some of you guys could even be taking a trip back home to re-familiarize yourself with people you have disconnected with for a very long time, right? Or for some, like I said, for some you're seeking unconditional love. Family wishes come true. Yeah. So some of you guys could be even looking for, like I said, going back home, talking to people you have not met for years, right? Because you're coming out of some kind of a situation where you want to again build back a place where your family wishes that whatever you have been wishing to have as a part of your family life is all going to come true, even if that means some of you are on the verge of giving birth, right? And you want that happy situation in your life coming out from a place of being disappointed and in grief for a very long time. Also for some people, like, right? But some of you could be getting back with your children, or your children are coming back to visit you, where you know you guys can sit together and welcome back some kind of change in your life. Or for some, like I said, for some it could be a reconnection with your old memory of people who you have not spoken to, have not connected with for a very long time. That's your spiritual experience from that Five of Cups, that grief and disappointment that you're coming out of, Scorpio, for you to understand it's time for you to learn from that grief, to have learned from that disappointment in order to move forward in your life, right? In order to move forward in your life. Now, what is the sacrifice, guys? What is the sacrifice? And you get two cards out here. The first one is the Hierophant in the reverse, right? Now, the Hierophant in the reverse is talking about somebody in their life who is learning to change their belief and ideas about what they had believed earlier to what they want to believe now. But they have to sacrifice a lot. They have to and I'll tell you what they have to sacrifice for them to change, right? Because it could be a change in their status quo, right? In order to go back, reconnect, they have to leave something behind from their present condition. So the Hierophant in the reverse is talking about a new belief system, a new world that you're looking for, a new approach towards life in general, right? But it is also talking about the fact that some of you could be really rebellious in your approach. Like, the situation is that you are learning to fight against other people's belief and ideas, right? Being rebellious is just not being rebellious, but it's also being rebellious with your new approaches. Like, that is what you have to sacrifice, what other people have originally thought was right for you. With the Magician in the reverse, that's a sacrifice when you could have been tricked. Some of you could have been tricked, could have been under false illusions in your life, or you have been out of touch with your own understanding. That is the sacrifice. So you have to get back yourself in the right way, because with the magician in the reverse, guys, there has been no manifestation in your life. You haven't been able to manifest anything new in your life that you need to do that now. You have to implement some change here in yourself. That is your sacrifice, Scorpio. You have to implement yourself, implement some changes, this financial and material changes we were talking about. Look, this is the sacrifice. This is the sacrifice that you have to implement in your life in order to move forward. Because it could be that for some of you, what I'm getting, Scorpio, that some of you could be under an illusion that other people with whom you are familiar with wants the best for you, but it might not be. That person or that situation could be a trickery for you. So you have to be very careful in order to know what new approach in life you're looking at, because there could be somebody here who will perhaps try to stop you by again creating some false illusions in your life. So you have to be very careful as you sacrifice what you have to sacrifice in your life. It also could be your state of emotion, right? With the magician in the reverse, it also could be your state of emotion that you may have become obsessed with power, some kind of wrong power that might lead you in a wrong and different direction altogether in your life, because with the Hierophant in the reverse, you are wanting to change yourself. You are definitely looking at a change, at a new approach in your life, but at the same time, you have to know how to control yourself. Otherwise, you may end up in a bad situation once again, guys, right? As you're making the financial and material changes, even with yourself, even with your emotions in your place, Scorpio. So you have to be very cognizant about this, because you could be feeling restricted. You could be feeling restricted with the new changes you want to make in your life, right? With your emotions. Or you could have been constrained with too many structures and rules in yourself. So where you could have lost quite a lot of control as well as flexibility of your life. So you have Scorpio, you have a particularly strong will and desire to go ahead and regain control, as well as break free from any kind of shackles of conventions in your life, right? Where you're tempted to try some unorthodox approaches towards life in general, right? That is totally opposite of what social norms and desires in life is, right? So it means that mostly about questioning certain traditions and making sure that whatever it is that you do is the right thing for you at this moment, because you could be again tricked by somebody or in your own emotions with the magician in reverse, and that could lead you into your downfall. So you have to sacrifice all the negative emotions and bad people who possibly could be giving you bad advices in your life, to know and understand what it is that you need to pick up and walk in the right way. Please talk to me about the Hierophant in the reverse, because you are definitely trying to break free from some kind of norm, traditions. Yeah, waiting for news, package or letter. Yeah, there is some kind of news that you're waiting for, where it will help you to break free from certain kind of conventions and methods in your life, which is kind of pushing you down to remain in the same place, and you're not being able to break free. So you're waiting, or you will be waiting for that news to come in you, where you can sacrifice the rest of the part of the story in order to move forward, because you got the magician in the reverse. Please talk to me about the magician in the reverse, which could be someone you know is undependable and insincere. There you go. What did I tell you guys? Yeah, there is somebody in your life who doesn't want you to leave, Scorpio, who doesn't want you to leave or sacrifice that part of the story that you are trying to sacrifice. And they could be ruffling your feathers. They could be telling you, oh, don't do this is very bad. If you go on the other side, you will not be able to do anything. So, this is your judgment call here as well, Scorpio. This will be your judgment call that what you need to keep and what you need to get rid of in your life. It will definitely be your judgment call with regards to the sacrifice you make to move ahead in your life from a place of where you're finding it financially and material comfort is still not there, and you want to bring everything back in yourself in the right way, but for which you are waiting for some information that will make your wishes come true as well, where you will get back your victory. But at the same time, here, guys, be very careful that somebody over here will not allow you to move or will stop you, ruffle your feather, so that you will again go back and fall in the pit hole. That's what they will try to do for you. Okay. Now, the next is your strength, guys. What is the strength in your case? Four of Wands in the reverse. There is some kind of conflict, home conflict, lack of support in your life. You're not getting some kind of family support for some of you. Okay, there is lack of trust, lack of support, but this is your strength. This is your strength because you're learning to become independent. You're learning to gain that maturity in your life where you know that by yourself, Scorpio, you can make things happen, right? Because other people are not here to support you, but it is your strength. Because where you have gone through, like I said, you have gone through a part of misery in your life where you have seen that there has been loss of balance, loss of stability, and loss of harmony. This is your strength because you're learning to understand how to get up and work for yourself as well, because you have gone through a breakdown or complete lack of harmony in your family or in your home. There could be a lot of tensions between members of your family who is living here. A lack of support. That you feel that you cannot depend on from your family members, could be your spouse, your wife, your children, anybody. Right? That you're not being able to depend on them, and that's why you're trying to create something on your own as well, is also what I'm getting here. Right? But this is your strength over here because you have realized that maybe others are not supporting you, but you are here, you can take care of yourself. You can again function back in the right way because 100% there is a lack of support in the place that you live in from other people in here. But your strength is because today you're coming to the point of understanding, guys, that this is a fear of change. You could have had this change a long time before, right? You were playing it very safe. There was a lot of bad planning towards the change of the situation. You didn't take action on this Four of Wands in the reverse. You didn't take action on this because you were playing it very, very safe and you were in that position for a very long time. But today you have learned. You are learning to understand that because you have gone through a whole learning lesson here, even with yourself, Scorpio, you're learning to understand how wrong you have been. A, but B, that has become your learning lesson. And that is become your strength today. That has become your strength because you didn't take action on the situation when you had to. But at the same time, you have gone through that whole rigmarole of understanding where your strength is in today, in your own power, in your own self, right? Please talk to me about the Four of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, clearly there has been lot of confusion, lot of bad stuff in the place that you are living in, right? But it has become your strength, slowly but surely getting ahead. The tortoise, yeah. You're learning to move out of this situation. That is your strength. Very, very slowly, you're walking out of that bad situation because you're learning to understand that you have that strength to move. You're learning to understand your strength, Scorpio, and you're also learning to understand that you can move. Very, very slowly, of course, but you can. You can. Because with the Two of Wands, clearly in the reverse, that is your strength because you're learning to accept your own fault in here, right? Please talk to me about the Two of Wands in the reverse. You're learning to accept your own fault in here, Scorpio, where you should have taken the decision a long time before and yet you did not do it. Romance is in the air. Look. So, what they're telling you, guys, uh, is you will have to move out of this difficult situation towards something that brings back love in yourself as well. Just not romance, right? Some of you could be moving out of a difficult situation towards a person you love. That also is a part of the story. And some of you will have to move out in order to bring back that sentiment of love and emotions to nurture yourself back in your life. Back in your life when you had been stuck in a wrong place before, but it has become your strength. It has become your strength because you have gone through a lot of deep learning lesson in your life, Scorpio. Yeah, you did. Some of you could be even planning on leaving your home. Some of you could be planning on getting a divorce as well. Some of you could be planning on a separation with the person you live. It can be anything, but that is your strength. Where earlier you were scared of separating yourself from this bad situation because you felt dependent or codependent on the people that you had been living your life with. Right? So you're trying to move out, or you will be moving out slowly, getting ahead of all the confusion in your life, of all the wrong things that other people have done to you, of all the support that you haven't got. You will find your own strength and your own support because as a tortoise, you are very, very strong. You have a hard shell on top of you, guys. Nobody can harm you as you move past this situation here. Okay? Now, the outcome, guys, is a Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? Which is clearly talking about you understanding that you have been under some reckless spending, living beyond means, and you have been talking about false success in your life with other people as well. Okay? That is your outcome. That is also a part of your learning lesson. You have been suffering from a lot of financial issues, Scorpio, because you have displayed a sense of false security and stability with other people. Because you had a lot of desire here to keep up in life with all the other things that you were finding it difficult, but you were still doing it, guys, because you were like, no, I have to show the world who I am. So, as the outcome, they are telling you guys that take this opportunity to figure out what is important for you. Because, it indicates that moment is coming. It indicates a moment when truly, for the first time, you see that you cannot depend completely on material wealth to bring happiness. You will see that. Where you want to rest, you want to rejuvenate, but you're finding it difficult. You're finding it difficult to unwind yourself, Scorpio. So, the ultimate advice for you as the outcome is telling you that you need to take a few steps back and allow yourself to rest and regain back your strength. That's what they are talking about here as well. Right here. Okay? Because that's the advice that's coming up, that because you are not being able to relax, because somewhere you're feeling that, yeah, I have earned a lot of money, I have done whatever it takes for me to do in my life, but again, money does not bring you happiness, complete happiness in your life. Because if money had been a part of your happy progress towards your life, then you would have been the most happiest person, Scorpio. But you're not. You're not being able to relax, you're not being able to unwind yourself. So the truth is that money itself does not bring you happiness at all, right? You need a mix and match of both world in yourself. That's where the completion is happening. That's where the fulfillment and harmony of your balance with the inner and the outer self is coming into action here, Scorpio. Where you are understanding that what you have to work for is now going to happen, but you have to take two steps back to rest and regain back yourself right here with yourself to work and move forward. That is your outcome. That's what they are telling you, guys. That even if you push, you will not get anything right now because you are not still feeling that great, because you're coming to terms with yourself in here, guys. You're coming to terms with yourself because then you have the judgment card, which is talking about taking a decision, which is talking about knowing your truth, which is talking about you understanding where you have gone wrong in your life. And it's a rebirth, it's a reawakening in your life of your understanding as your outcome, guys. Then what you have thought was the ultimate truth in your life with money, money, and money is somehow falling apart in your life. Right? You're doing you as a part of your story, guys. There will be a lot of reckoning to do. There will be a lot of reflection in your life as a part of your outcome, which is in turn going to lead you towards your fulfillment, happiness, and completion of a story in your life that you have not been able to work on with before. Right? Because with the judgment in here, guys, it's a card of Pluto, right? Who is the ruler of the underworld. Where Pluto is reminding you here as a part of your ultimate outcome, guys, that everything comes to an end and that a new beginning is coming back into your life. So focus on the moment, reflect, evaluate your actions, self reflection, clear objective of where you are now and what you need to do. And it also indicates that you're coming very close to this significant point in your life where you have to start to evaluate yourself to move forward. You're in a period of awakening, self reflection. You have a clear idea of what you need to change now and how you need to be true to yourself and to your needs. What is the choice and decision you're making? When you have to let go of the past so that you can move forward to your future. Yeah. Please talk to me about the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse here. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Yeah. So what they are telling you guys as a part of your story here with the outcome, whatever money you have lost, it's gone. It's not coming back. Right? Whatever false life you have led before, it's not going to grant you back any wish. It's gone. That part of the story is gone. You will not be able to go back there. Please talk to me about the Judgment card here. Because Judgment is waking you up. Judgment is here. So it is a true story of somebody use your intuition to make beneficial changes in your life. Yeah, that's what they are telling you towards your career. For some of you, it's also towards your career. But what they're telling you guys is whatever you didn't get before, leave that. Leave that. Whatever happened in your life before, you don't have to sit in that. You have learned your lesson. You have understood yourself. It's time for you to move forward and use your intuition for this judgment. What is the decision you're taking? What options you're choosing? Right or wrong, use your intuition to make the beneficial changes towards your life in general, and for some even towards their career. So use your intuition because you are definitely moving towards a completion in your life, Scorpio. For this period in time, your course correction is in the progress in the pipeline. So you have to take very, very wise decisions in your life now in order for you to fulfill your success story in your life, for complete balance and harmony between your inner self and outer world as well. Okay, so this is a very important time for you, Scorpio, I'm getting. So work with these energies, try to get some guidance out of these energies in here and see if you can implement those in your everyday life as well as you move forward towards your future. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. Until we see you once again, till then, goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.